Alright, hey, what's up guys? I'm going to do a review on my gear that I got, 2-3 weeks ago maybe. I've played with it twice for 2 days now. Put probably only somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 4 cases of paint through it, so not too much. Not too much to get a good review out of it, but for now, it's all doing anyways. Start off with a marker, the Ego, lives up to its reputation. I love it, haven't had any issues with it. Accuracy wise, I had some issues with some paint that I went out the first day with. I think it was Empire Heat, and the balls were just all dimply and they didn't fly straight at all. But with good paint, it's very accurate. It's smooth shooting, it's fast. Maintenance wise, I had some issues the first time taking apart the inline regulator down here at the bottom, but once I got that taken apart, and cleaned it out, put it back together, next time I took it apart, it worked just fine. I had no issues. It's real simple to maintain. I used some hater sauce to lube up all the O-rings inside. The rotor, the die rotor, I haven't had any issues with it. I've had maybe 5 different kinds of paint go through here, and no jams, no breaks inside of it. It's just all around really good. Maintenance is simple again. It's nice and easy to take apart and put back together. The exhaust feed gate, I haven't had any issues with it. I've been doing a lot of running around, done some diving, some sliding. No paint has flown back out the top of it after loading it in there, so that's handy to have. My Crossfire tank, it works great. It's a 6845. I bought a Custom Products nipple cover for it, and I haven't lost it. I know some people that have written reviews say they lost it, but mainly because they forget where they put it after they take it off of the tank. But it hasn't fallen off in a game, and it keeps the dirt out real well. So this is a really good tank. It's not too heavy. I find that this setup is actually fairly light. I can move around really well with it. The batteries that I got for the rotor, I got these PowerX AA's that are rated at 2700 milliamps. They're great. I've used them in a rotor now for 2 days, and sometime before that, just when I was messing around with the marker at home. Still going strong. The rechargeable 9 volts I bought from Energy Paintball, I think it is. I haven't had a chance to use them in the Ego because the one that came in here is still alive. So everything is working great on the marker. I don't have any complaints. I love it. It works great in both my hands. There's really no bad things to say about this marker. You got what you paid for if you bought it. So we'll go ahead and set that aside for now. Alright, next, chronograph, X-radar chronograph, feet per second, balls per second. I've used it before I got to the field to make sure after I put my Ego back together that it's shooting at the right feet per second. Works great. It's paint caddy. It's a paint caddy. Holds paint. Does its job. Let's see. My new NXE4 pod pack. I find it to be a little uncomfortable, to be honest with you. I find that the top of the pods dig into my shielded blade area a little bit. So, I mean, the pod ejection system on it, kinda feel like it does its job, but not really. I mean, when I have paint inside here, I don't notice a big difference versus my old pod pack that didn't eject the pods, is getting them out quicker. But it's nice and lightweight. There's really not a lot to it, which makes it simple. Fits great, stays on, doesn't move around. I just find this a little bit uncomfortable on the lower back, or on the upper back, digging pods into my back. That's about the only complaint I have about that. We'll go ahead and go to the Dye I4 mask. I bought these simply because I used to have a proto mask back when I played, and I like Dye's name, and this is definitely a good mask. I find that I'm a little worrisome about getting shot in the neck, because when you put it on and you're playing, all of this area is totally exposed. Because of how light the mask is, they took as much material off as they could. So I'm probably going to invest in a throat protector, because I really don't like getting shot in the throat. But other than that, it's a light mask. I found that the strap on it, I thought I would have to tighten it up more than I did, so I found that I had to loosen it up because it was giving me a headache. So as soon as I did that, I didn't have any more issues. I did also mount some mounts for my Contour Roam Headcam on here. And I got asked a lot of questions out of the field. How did you do that? And I told everybody there, carefully. Because when you're going to buy a $130 mask and then basically destroy it to mount a headcam on there, you got one shot at it. That's all you have. And so what I did was I took the rotating mounts off out of the box for the Contour, and I cut one leg of them off. I just dremeled it off. I went out and got a dremeled one leg off so it would fit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get a little bit closer. So it wouldn't get in the way of the mask right here. So I took that off, and then also on the sides of the di-4s they have that little emblem on there that's metal. I tried dremeling that because I didn't know it was aluminum at the time. Found out it was aluminum, pried that off, and then there's a bump there from where that emblem was, and you have to sand that down. And that's where it gets scary, because you're just taking material off of this and not knowing how it's going to turn out. But I flattened it out a bunch. I took some quick grips, some super glue, and the mounts that were, or the adhesive that was already on here, and I let it sit overnight. Spot checked it in the morning. Haven't had any issues. It hasn't come off. I haven't noticed any movement on it. So it's worked really well. If you want to mount a headcam on your di-4s and you're worried, it's a good reason to be worried, because they're an expensive mask, but you can do it. So we'll go ahead and set that aside. The Contour Roam Headcam that I got, I love it. It works great. The video on it, the quality is outstanding. I did get shot once, I think, with it, the headcam on this past weekend, so it does give away your position a little bit, but not too bad. I love the 1080p definition of that. Let's see, the die head wrap, as you can see, it's a little bit used. I don't know if you can see that, but I like how it keeps the sun off my head. It was actually pretty hot this past weekend, so it did its job, kept the sun off my head. I didn't get sunburnt or anything. Protects the forehead. So all in all, that was a good investment. My JT gloves, I think these were 08 gloves that I bought. They're good gloves. I mean, gloves, I don't really notice too big of a difference between gloves, because I don't know how fancy your gloves can get. Maybe you like something else, but me personally, I just found these. They were decently priced, and I bought them. They have nice padding on the hands. They're lightweight, and all in all, I think I actually caught a bounce off my wrist with these gloves this past weekend. It was fairly close range, maybe like 30 feet, and this gentleman had shot me, and I checked myself, but it bounced right off my wrist. So you can get some bounces with these. I don't know if you want to check them out. Like I said, I think they're 08 JT gloves. Set those aside. Now these, the Overload knee pads from Planet Eclipse, I absolutely love. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get the Planet Eclipse Overload elbow pads, the throat protector, and what else? And the slider shorts. I want to get the whole set because I love these to death. They're so comfortable. I slid on them. I've kneed down without looking on them, and I haven't gotten hurt at all with these things. I love them. What else? Oh, I don't know how old these are, where they came from, I can't remember what year they are, but these are JT cleats. They're mid tops. They give some good ankle support. You tie the laces, and you can zip up this protector over the laces. I mean, it doesn't really do much function. It does keep my feet dry. I did step in some puddles. It was quite muddy this past Saturday and the Saturday before that, and my socks didn't get wet. So these are real good. They're not really, they don't penetrate into the ground too much with the cleats, but I have them for the ankle support, really. Lastly, my pants, I have some dye hybrid pants. I think they're 07s, maybe. I've had them since, I don't know, I don't even remember what year I got them, to be honest with you, but I've had them for a long time, and they're still holding up. They're really comfortable. They're nice and lightweight. Might upgrade to some Planet Eclipse distortion pants, maybe, but that's a ways down the road because those are kind of expensive. To match my pants, I have the matching jersey, dye jersey. It's red, just like the pants. Like I think these are 07s. They have nice little rubber tabs on them where you would put your tank so it doesn't slide around, which is nice. I also put the hockey tape on my tank, which really helps. So I think that's everything. Other stuff, just I got some microfiber towels at like Target or something, and just to clean my mask off. But that's about it. So I know that I was going to go to another local field this last time, but I ended up going to the same one because the other one there wasn't a whole lot of people there. So maybe, hopefully next time that I go out, I can get to the other field and you guys can get some footage of another local field here in the Jacksonville area in North Carolina. So, all right, that's it. Have a good day.